All right, everyone, welcome back. Why do we just do that, like,
I don't know.
creepy stare at one another? That was awkward. All right, well, everyone, welcome back to Dreamhack Winter 2013 Battlefield 4 Esports live here in Sweden. And we have the boys over in MYM, I apologize. Exertus going up against Eyeballers. Exertus ended up losing that first matchup. They lost it, I would have to say quite decisively.
Yeah.
Eyeballers came out strong on Golmud, but now we have Operation Locker coming up next. Let's take a look at Operation Locker and see what we have in store for us here. One of my favorite maps, of course.
Yeah, it's without doubt one of my favorites, where you obviously can see the A, the B, and the C flag. And I always say, watch out for that C flag, because you always tend to have someone being very sneaky right at the very back of the map, just covering it. It's been kind of a role that we've seen a lot of so far, but let's dive straight into the action. Let's not waste any more time. Eyeballers versus Exertus, and it's going to be Eyeballers with a 1-0 map advantage so far in this best of 5.
All right, and looking here at Exertus, he is going to be waiting around by C, sending nades out there. There's going to be 2 players there, as you can see the triangles right around the ridge. And they're able to pick up a couple kills on this one. Not bad, I have to say, from Eyeballers. A great breakout from them, as, of course, they are going to be able to get B and C. And if we take a look here, there is going to be one player making his way down the hallway. He's going to foolishly get taken out. Another player, Jaeger Daniel, he's going to be hanging out right by A. This is going to prompt Hadoukens to have to play a little bit more, passive and not make a foolish play, but there's going to be a nade flying in. 7 health remaining there for Jaeger Daniel. Man, just having to stay alive.
Yeah, just doing what he can to possibly stay alive. And I want to see Eyeballers in this situation try and push for that A flag.
Ooh.
They lost B, and that was due to some smart play from XTS on that rotation. But now, realistically, what you want to see is Eyeballers push for that A flag, because what we've seen so much on this map this weekend, or I should say this week rather, is teams control C, control A, and just spawn trap the hell out of their opposition over at that B flag. It's so hard to break out from B if that's the only flag you have. And right now, Eyeballers, they're pushing towards the A flag.
I got to give Klisic credit here, man. He could have ran and got reckless right down the middle, but instead he's going to find one player in front of him, and he's not able to close that one out, and his teammate couldn't do anything there. As Hadoukens, as we jump over with him, he is going to be playing phenomenal. 3-0 here, and you could definitely tell that, Exertus, they feel a lot more comfortable on this map than they did on Golmud, Benson.
Yeah, definitely. Hadoukens still yet to die. On the opposite side, watch out for Klissa as well. He's 5-1 at this point, so he's having a relatively decent game as well. But we'll stay with Hadoukens now, as he's just making his way back towards his A flag. He's anticipating a couple of people to be around the outside. Looks like he should actually be able to pick that flag back up. There's going to be a play there. That's not going to happen. Flag stays neutral, and it looks like Eyeballers will pick that up.
Yeah, and at that same token, B is being capped as well, finally, by the boys over in XTS. They're going to be able to get B, but they lost at A control. Hadoukens could not do it on his own there. He needed his teammate for support. You can see 2 blue triangles right on the other side there, right inside of the infirmary. So they're going to have to play that one slow, as Brosiv rotating all the way around, going with his teammate here, going with Pesty. Let's see if they're going to make some moves.
See, this is exactly what Eyeballers want. They have XTS now in a position where they only have that B flag, and they have that A and C control. They don't really need to even push up. And right now, Brosiv just needs to dip out of there. He doesn't want to challenge that. He's very weak. He is, in fact, going to get taken out. It's just as one of his squad members joined on him, but it looks like they are pushing that C flag, so they may be able to get that under XTS control. B's being contested as well. So Eyeball, as soon as they recognize they were losing C, jump straight onto B, and that's what you need to do. You need to keep making those trade-offs worth. If you do lose a flag, you need to hop on one immediately and just try and get it back, just to make sure you keep the points on the board. But Eyeball is now actually going for the trip cap.
Yeah, I mean, Eyeballers just on the money here, Benson. If we take a look at the overhead and see what's going on. So XTS is going to be spawning outside as we jump over to Zanks here. He is going to find one player, actually 2 in front of him. He's going to find one. There's going to be another one right around the corner here. He's going to go for the shot. It's going to be right over this wall here, but his teammates are going to be there for the pickups. And he's going to find another one right through that mid hallway there, right here. So that was going to be a good connection for them. They do manage to get control of A, and they're going to force them to spawn back by B. So that's going to give their teammates an opportunity to make something happen here. Klissit's going to be by himself, working his way around. He's going to be able to find one player. And I don't know how they're doing this here, man. They managed to stay alive, Ben. And on top of that, they're getting kills. Like, it's one thing when you stay alive and you're taking a bunch of shots. He's going to find 2 in front of him. He's going to go for the double kill. And he gets turned on. Brosip. Oh, my goodness. Man, that was dirty. I have to take a bath. Oh, my goodness.
Brosip just did the nasty.
He did. He really did the nasty. That was just filthy. Oh, that was so filthy. Anyway. Whew.
Still.
So it seems like they're doing a good job. I mean, Eyeballers still with the lead.
Yeah, Eyeball is still with the lead. They still have that AC flag,
man.
which is what they want. Although they are actually losing A. Broseph, considering he's only 2 and 6, to pull off a play like that when it matters. I mean, that was a big play because if he hadn't got that kill, the trip cap almost definitely would have been on, and Eyeballers once again would have been looking very dominating in this first half of the game of domination.
Yeah, but you know what I love about Eyeballers, Benson? The way that they pincer, right? They know, they see. It's like they smell blood and they just charge right after you, right? And
Completely agree.
and you're watching like 5 different areas and you only have 2 pairs of eyes, you can't do it all. And that's what Eyeballers just seems to be doing so well here on Operation Locker. They force him to spawn over by B. If we take a look at the spawns, they're just gonna be like, all right guys, you can stay there. But there is gonna be a lot of activity going on by C as Clisset is gonna be by himself.
XTS, they are the team that needs to make the play right now. Because right now, Eyeballs are in full control of this game. C-Flag is being taken. However, Xenix just immediately rotated and cleaned up there. I don't think he realized there's actually going to be another player over at that C-Flag. I think may have just been taken down by one of his teammates. But again, it's XTS that need to make the play. Eyeballs, they'll sit here all day with the AC flag and just say, you guys, you have to make the play. You have to run at us.
I loved what Xenix just did there, man. He held himself right at that angle and just spotted every single player that ran in. And his teammates were going to be there for the pickups. That was a beautiful, beautiful play. And now they're moving in. They turned off all the lights inside of the infirmary. That is going to allow them to, be able to hold down A a little bit better because, again, they are going to have to run inside of there. They're not going to be able to see them. While on the other side, Eyeballers, they'll get clear vision of where they're pushing out.
Again, you're just seeing Xenix do exactly what he did last time. He's just really spotting. And he's in a perfect position to rotate between both C and A flag. A couple of nades going flying in. He's done well to stay alive. He's going to try and regen some health. There's going to be a player just around the outside. I don't think he necessarily needs to challenge. He just needs to wait. And whilst all this is going on, Golden Boy, the lead that Eyeballs are getting are 148 to 76. XDS have their backs against the wall once again.
Yeah, this is not the place that XTS wants to be in. I mean, they're going up against a team like Eyeballers in this pool, but then you got to also keep in mind that they're going to run into Epsilon as well. And Epsilon's going to be another team that will just absolutely do work if XTS isn't careful.
Yeah.
And this is not the position that XTS wants to be in here. But anyway, taking a look here at what Zanks is doing, we'll actually jump back to Zanks in a little bit. He will probably find one player as he charges on the outside. Let's actually go ahead and switch over. His teammate will be there for the pickup. They do manage to make that one happen. So back over to the tabletop now, as it seems like they are just going to continue to be aggressive on B and just continue to hold A and C.
Yeah, they're doing everything they need to do. I mean, they're playing domination just 101 right now. They decided to jump on that B flag. Not going to happen though, as Broseph does get cleaned up. And you just have to say, they've just played it so well. It's exactly what we said before we actually went into this map. We've seen a lot of teams hold that AC, get the B flag spawn trap, and Eyeballs, they're doing it perfectly. They're one of the best teams I've seen do it so far this weekend, and right now XDS, they have no reply whatsoever to this. Yeah,
this is the time where people are going to be like, man, this domination, man, like it's tough, right? Because if a team is getting outmatched in the game, it's going to be difficult. I mean, if it continues to go like this, Benson, we could potentially see a probably 120-point lead again.
Yep.
For Eyeballers.
And that's not good news if you're an XTS fan. You need to try and just switch things up. I think it is going to be the key here because you can't allow this AC flag control that Eyeballs have had. And fair play to XTS. They've jumped on that C flag. They've taken that away. Now the big question is who's on the B flag. I believe that was actually someone from XDS. It's still flashing neutral. So just waiting to see who does jump on that. Meanwhile, though, Eyeballers, they're pushing that C flag once again.
Yep, and looking over here at Scar, he's going to find one player in front of him. It's going to be Bambi. Bambi's going to be there for the pickup. Now Eyeballers, they're still in this game. They need to chip away at the lead. They have a 2-cap. So, XTS, they have a 2-cap. Chip away at this lead. Hold down C. Don't let them get anywhere nearby B. That's what they need to do here, guys. And of course, we want to know what you all think as always. So make sure you guys are voting for your favorite team. Information on how to do so is appearing on the screen right in front of you. And let's actually see where the poll is at right now as Revo's holding it down here for XCS, able to pick up 2, but he is going to get taken out by Scar. Another 2 players there. And at this point in time, it seems like Eyeballers are just dominating the Twitter poll with 67% of the overall vote. Exertus is struggling.
That's crazy. I mean, you can see why people are voting for this Eyeballers team. They just played this map so well. They played last map as well fantastically. They had that fantastic rooftop control. This time they've had fantastic just map control is the key here. You know, controlling A and C and locking those two down, not allowing anyone to do anything else. They've made it so difficult. Brosif's going to get shut down there. Unfortunate for him as we get on board now with Revo.
Yeah, Revo, he's going to be taking shots around as well. Pesty was going to be the last person left alive in the squad here, but going for those quick revives, assisting his teammates. And they lost a completely 22 tickets remaining here, 114 tickets for Eyeballers. Again, the domination. They're living up to the name of the game type, man. They're just holding it down.
It's crazy to see how well Eyeballers are playing right now. It is very Fnatic-esque from yesterday. You know, these big ticket leads that they were able to generate in just one side. You know, XCS, the game is running away from them. You know, there's a 100-point lead right now in favor of Eyeballers. XCS are going to need to just try and chip it away. They're going to jump on that A flag. They already have control over B. The question is, are they going to be able to cap the A flag? That would just reduce the lead a little bit. And, you know, we saw earlier on, if you can reduce that lead just by a smidgen, every little helps. We had a 5-point game to open things up, but now Eyeballers, they smell blood. They know this game is almost over. They're pushing for that trip cap.
Yeah, well, you know what though? If you're XCS, you're just trying to get them below 100 tickets. That's really what it's about right now. And it's going to be rather difficult to do so, especially when you're at a 2 cap, but they are going after B. They just need Hadoukens to live here, and he is going to get taken out. And that's the thing, man. You're seeing it time and time again. Eyeballers, they're winning their gunfights. Look at these stats here. You have Clissid, who's actually 23 and 12 right now. If you see here, you got, let's see, you got Scar. He's going to be 17 and 16. You have every single member here going positive for this team. On the other side, you need your teammates to win those gun battles, and XCS is just not doing that.
No, you couldn't have put it better, to be honest with you. I mean, that first game we saw 116 ticket lead going into the second side. This game, 105. Not quite as impressive, but still, you know, it's a triple-digit ticket lead that you're going into the second side of domination. That's massive, and again, you're right. It comes down to winning those gunfights in the right places.
Yeah, and XTS just have not been able to do it. Look for Brosif and Revo to step it up here in this next game. They need to if they want to be able to have a chance and push this game 3. It is not out of the realm of possibility, Benson, for them to do this. It's just they have to win the gun battles. They have to hold it down, and if they do not, that's it. I mean, need I say more?
Yeah, of course. Eyeballers looking at trying to win their first game of the group here. Obviously, we saw Epsilon earlier on. We have to mention that as well. If you are just tuning in, Epsilon looking so good.
Yeah, very dominant.
Like, very, very good. Fnatic as well. The story from yesterday only dropped 1 map, and that was in the first game of the day against AAA, who looked very dominant in themselves as well. Yeah,
that's right. Even though AAA, they finished 2-1, I mean, that one loss was to Fnatic, and that game was just so dramatic. I mean, it was just like, this dude drops out, his PC freezes, and they're still holding on, and it was just such a dramatic game. It was a ridiculous. Dramatic hamster, indeed.
Did you say dramatic hamster?
Dramatic hamster, man. Stuff like that. Never seen that? You've seen the meme?
Oh, the meme. I thought you were talking about superhero for a minute there. I was like, what are you on about? Hey.
I don't know what kind of heroes they have in the UK.
You said some crazy things in your time.
I have, admittedly enough. So it seems like they obviously they're going to be flipping sides, and I feel like domination on this map, Operation Locker, is one of the more balanced, right? You see the spawn points; they're split apart a lot better, and honestly, it really makes for some awesome games on this particular map. While Goldmud may have a little bit more of a favorable spawn, Siege of Shanghai definitely has a favorable spawn. It's one team that's just spawning on C.
B.
Like,
is it B?
I
think it's B.
I believe it's B.
You cap B before you even move.
Yeah.
The countdown's ticking and they're capping B. You're like, okay.
Yeah. They already have B control.
That seems a little bit overpowered.
Yeah, of course. So I've yelled at Daniel about that already, guys. Don't worry about it.
Good guy Golden.
Good guy Golden. Yelling at Zinto. That's what I do. That's what I do. So while we are waiting for the game to start up here, of course, we are always eager to read what you guys are talking about in the Twitch chat. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself today. What is going on, Ben? What are they talking about on the Twitch?
Let me have a look. A lot of votes. Apparently Eyeballs are getting a lot of... that
makes sense.
A lot of votes. Let's have a look. A bit of a console versus PC war going on as well.
Oh, God.
That's been kind of the story all day.
That's been the...
You actually started that.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
No.
Yeah, you did completely.
Why can't you love both? Right?
Look at you just trying to be all neutral. Good guy.
Good guy, Golden.
Good guy, Golden. I like it.
Pandering to the crowd.
I like it.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the action here as it is about to kick off. Let's see, what are we going to have? Probably going to have a 2-2 spread going to A and B for both teams and sending 3 over to C. And I'm right. So
I love it. And I'm right.
well, no, I mean, it's the obvious play to make. Oh,
No.
actually, we have 2 going out here towards C. We have one who's taking advantage of this extra doorway here. Look for this one member of Eyeballers, actually, to just see if he can get any cuts. But here we go. The action is about to begin as we kick it off. Broseph, a player that I wanted to make sure that we were keeping an eye on here because him and Revo, they're going to be my 2 players to step it up, and they're able to get the first kills here against Eyeballers as XTS does manage to have B and C control.
Yeah, that's huge. You know, starting off the map with C control and starting off putting Eyeballers on the bleed, that's going to be so crucial. It's worth mentioning Eyeballers 105 ticket lead now. What that means, if you are just tuning in, is if Exertus drop below 105 tickets on this second side, that is going to be G Della G.
That's very true there, Ben. And Broseph is going to get taken out as XTS, you know, they won those initial gunfights. You know, it's still going to be very early in this matchup, but they got to put Eyeballers on the bleed much quicker, and Jaeger Daniel is going to get picked off by Bambi. As he had to throw a lot of bullets in Jaeger Daniel's direction to take him out. But now it's going to be their opportunity to make moves over toward A and get this control yet again. I hope they have bodies by C because they do. They actually have 2 guys by C as Bambi is going to get picked off, so no one is going to be there to pick up on A. As it seems like Eyeballers are going to get that control yet again, and they're going to be spawning on the outside right here.
See, this is the big problem for me right now, Gordon, where you look at the way XTS started off. They started off very well. They had a double cap. They also had a 10-ticket advantage, and then Eyeballers just come back into the game. You cannot allow Eyeballers to do that to you. You know, XTS, they have the advantage. You need to solidify it, and that's what the best teams in the world are doing right now. You know, you look at Fnatic when they get a lead. They cement that lead. You look at Eyeballers when they get a lead. They do exactly the same, and you know, you really do just need to clamp down a little bit more on those leads. You know, don't play so passive, just enforce that lead, and you really do put yourself in a much better position.
I think, you know, it's funny that you bring up the, you know, Fnatic thing with the lead. Every time we've seen Fnatic as well as Epsilon, we saw them play A as well, they would get the lead and they would be up by like 20 tickets at the start of a game.
Yeah.
This time around, you know, and usually the team that we spectate that gets the lead at the beginning usually is able to add on to that lead.
Yeah.
XTS just could not seem to do that. They lost control. Now they're fighting to get themselves back into this game as they're currently down in the ticket count here by about 8 tickets. And
plus the 105 tickets.
Plus the 105. Yeah, we're not even counting that portion in there. Remember, guys, if XTS goes below 105, that's it, GG.
So that's basically 60 tickets at this point.
Yeah.
So they only have 60. That's exactly what XTS are fighting against. Well, it's less than 60 now. It'll be around about 58. But they really are just backs against the wall. And you have to give credit to Eyeballers for that. They're applying the pressure, and they are keeping it on. As right now, you can see both B and C were being contested. A is under the control of Eyeballers. B should go that way as well. So XTS, they need to hop down into that isolation cell, and they need to cap that flag.
Well, they have one person there that is going to be Hadouken's going to find a player right around him, but he's not winning that gun battle there as he gets picked off, jumping over to Revo. As Revo is also going to be down there right by the isolation cells, finding one's going to be Clisset. He takes a seat as well, goes for the revive, but gets picked off as there's going to be one member of Eyeballers up top. Bambi, LMS here, as Pesty and Bambi are going to be the ones off of the respawn, and my goodness, Eyeballers just ran all over XTS there and the out of team kill. That's never a good thing.
Yeah, that was interesting. He actually revived almost immediately. But
He
right
spawned
now,
in front of him, so.
XTS are losing that C flag, I believe. So
that's right, they're getting trip cap now.
The trip cap is on, and this is bad news if you're an XTS fan. Let's not forget, 105 points is all it takes.
That's right, and a trip cap will definitely minimize that lead very, very quickly. Let's see if Eyeballers can answer back as they are going to be moving on toward A. Let's hop on board with Revo here, see what he's going to do.
They just need to cap a flag right now. That's the only thing they need to do. Try and stop this momentum as someone hops on that C flag as well. I believe that's actually Bambi from XDS. He's over there trying to cap that C flag. But look at the score, Golden Boy, 123 tickets. And we've not even played 5 minutes of game time yet, and they're already less than 10 tickets away from losing this game.
Yeah, that's the scary part here, man. And XTS, it seems like, you know, this team, they know, like, they have the grasp on how to play, you know, Operation Locker domination. Like, they definitely have the grasp. The thing is, it comes back to that yet again, those gunfights, and most importantly, those critical gunfights, the ones that turn the flag around, the ones that allow a team to get control. Those are the ones that XTS are not winning, and I'm going to reiterate that time and time again because they need. I mean, it's just unfortunate that is the case.
It really is. 114 tickets left for XTS. If you take away, obviously, the
Look at that.
That's not that many tickets left.
Hadouken's had a person in his sights. Went for the challenge, switched to his pistol, lost the gunfight.
Can't afford to do that.
It's just those kinds of situations there. Don't go for the challenge directly. Go behind the guy. You know, get some movement behind him. That's what I would do in that situation.
That's game.
And there you have it. GG. It's done.
Eyeballers making it mathematically impossible now for XTS to come back into the game, and that is going to give them a very, very comfortable 2-0 lead in that match. And you know, you have to say, fantastic play from them. Now, obviously, you know, unbeaten in the group. I'm curious to see, you know, if the Battlefield community is saying watch out for this Eyeballers team on Reddit. I'm curious. I want to see what work they can do.
Yeah, I really, really want to see that Eyeballers Epsilon matchup.
Oh, that's going to be crazy later on today.
That's going to be great. I mean, even MYM too. I want to see Eyeballers up against MYM because I feel like MYM is another very talented team that has all the capability. This Group B is definitely very tough. Exertus, unfortunately, they have to step it up here. I think they can. You know, when they face off against MYM, that could be the opportunity they were looking for.
Maybe.
But personally, I'm really looking forward to Eyeballers Epsilon.
Who do you reckon could take that?
You know, man, I'm gonna have to go with Eyeballers.
Really?
I kind of feel like Eyeballers. They're displaying that fanatic kind of confidence right now, right?
Okay.
Which is something that Epsilon, when they face off against MYM, Epsilon, you know, they were obviously MYM was a great team, and
yeah, of course.
You know, it was a very challenging matchup between the two. But I don't know, man. I feel like either way, it's going to be a great one. It's going to be great for you guys back at home, right?
Wow, I couldn't have put it better myself, to be honest. I'm excited for that game.
All right, me too.
So excited for that game, actually.
All right, guys, so with that said, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have another matchup here in Group B. Group A is all done. Fnatic and AAA have advanced to Saturday's bracket play for the finals to take place in the Dream Arena for that 100,000 SEK prize pool.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of moolah to be played for. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a little bit.